got older kids. It's not even close. They got older kids.
Good game.
Yeah,
Good
that's all I
game.
said. That's all I
Good
said.
game, coach.
That's all I said. Good game, coach. Good game,
You
coach.
told him you admired him, or you
Hell
just said that.
no. Admire? Fuck no.
What did you tell that
I said I
nigga?
enjoyed watching you
Watching you. Thanks,
at
man.
USC and at the
I,
Texans.
thanks, man. I put in a
Thanks,
lot of
man.
work. I put in a lot of work to get there. Is that your son?
Put in a lot of juice. You knew which one was my son, the one that broke on y'all ass.
Yeah.
That's why he was mad that first time too, because ain't nobody scored on him this year but us.
Who,
So
Cushion?
yeah.
Is Cushion's the head coach?
Nah, I don't. I think he just do the. I mean, it's hard to tell. You know, one do defense, one do offense. So
Thanks, man. It's pretty much what everybody says.
I think my head coach for the other shit, the older kids, he say that they mad because they beat them because we beat them last year. So they got older kids on both levels now.
Yeah.
That's what he
Where's
said.
that? Where's
Joseph
that
would die
squad?
out there too. I ain't seen him yet though.
Jedi.
Yeah, because he in our group chat. It's like something
You
to
got
die.
you got the nigga number. You got the nigga number.
I probably do now that I think about it because he in the group chat
Yeah.
in the group me. Yeah.
Is it full with just straight coaches or?
Nah, I just know it's his dad because it says his name. Like mine say Skyland's dad, right? So his
Oh,
it's whatever a die. And then I see his face, and I was like, I want to ask my wife. I was like, you know who Joseph Adai is? I sent that hoe to Jannar because I know she wasn't gonna know who the fuck Joseph Adai was. What was I thinking? It's my wife. So
hey, she not
yeah,
even from Houston, is she?
no. So she been there for
Okay,
long
because
enough, but
I
no.
was saying he
Nah,
went to
she not from
Sharpstown
Houston.
High School.
Nah, it's not from Houston. So don't nobody know her skeletons, nigga. No. Anyway, what's going down, KB? But yeah, so I sent that boy to Denard. He was like, "Yeah, that's that nigga for sure." So it's
Oh,
that boy. And then I
oh,
asked him. I asked my partner that's over. He was like, "Yeah, that's that nigga." So they
Joseph
say what's
Adai.
working in this hoe too.
See, a lot of athletes move to Houston,
But
dog.
it's in that bull. Why are they in this bullshit league though?
Well,
But
because
what you call his son play quarterback for Stafford though? That nigga used to hoop for the Rockets. What's that nigga name? Black nigga, lanky nigga, skinny nigga. Hold on, it's gonna come to me.
Trace
Posey.
McGrady.
Posey.
Posey. Wow, I don't even remember who that is. My guy.
Damn, I can't think of his first name. Posey though. His son played for Stafford. So,
That boy nice.
Stallions. Not Stafford. Play for Stallions. He's straight. He's straight. I'm not gonna talk about nobody kid.
What?
I'm not gonna talk bad about nobody kid in Little League. Like it's a Little League.
Or am I boosted? Oh man, family's asking, did I get shots or whatever? Take Jordan this weekend. It's my sister. Hey, welcome. We are live. We just went live because we were in the middle of a conversation, and I was like, Marley should go live. I should go live. But we was talking about Brian Cushion, former Houston Texan, USC team linebacker who lost against UT back when B. Young won the natty in the corner pocket.
I should have brought that
You were
up.
pretty good. You should have said you were pretty. After he said thanks, man. You should have just said, "Yeah, you were pretty good in that USC game against Texas." You would have been on some serious March fanboy shit. You would have been like, "How was it trying to tackle Vince Young?"
VY. I went to the same high school. I went in the same neighborhood as VY. It was hard for me to tackle him too in the neighborhood. Was it as hard for you as it was for me?
Yeah, and he'd be like, "Oh man."
I tried to tackle him when he was in 8th grade. Was it just as hard?
He'd be like, it was pretty broke. It pretty much broke my heart.
Tough loss.
Hey,
he was cool though. I ain't gonna lie, he was cool. He wouldn't even act like a big shot.
Pretty much what everybody says. that's a huge, bro. That's an inside joke. Pretty much what everybody says. That's funny. That's from some high school shit. When I asked Josh Rose, I was like, bro, when you talk, it doesn't even look like your face or nothing moves. It's just your lips. And he was like, "Yep, pretty much what everybody says." Oh man, welcome to the show, y'all. We just chilling on a Friday night. You know, we about to cover these NFL games. We did have 2 games that were going on yesterday, but it got canceled to COVID. And we so now we're gonna be covering the only NFL game that's going on, and it's actually a good one. And that's the Patriots versus the Colts. But real quick, Marley, you went 3-4 last week. I went 2-3. Terrible week of NFL action.
It was
Terrible.
It was. Gotta own that shit though, but it was.
And overall year at 65-59 on the year. I'm at 16-13. Okay, I'm in the pluses now.
Gotta own that shit too, man.
LJ 44-30. And for those who don't know, LJ is back. He is alive and revived. So you can catch him on the NBA shows in the morning. And Mikey Hova, you know, he's tied with the flu right now. But he's at 31-20. So I mean, the 2 guys who've been MIA, they left with a pretty good record, in my opinion. I mean, LJ got 44 wins. He's 14 games over.
Mikey 11.
Mikey 11 games over. You know, 31 wins. Shit. You know, you got a lot of wins. You got a lot of L's because of volume, but we're gonna try to break these down because now we get into the part of the season to where a lot of teams done pretty much packed it in. They don't give a fuck. And I just hit this Mary Hardin Baylor third quarter bet. I've been getting my butt whooped since the streak.
Fucking with that you fucking with women's
oh man, that got me. That shit got me twice today. That got me twice today. Yeah, man, I'm all over the place. No, but that's the FCS. This the D3 game, Division 3. I don't know if this is a championship.
Anytime a nigga say he all over the place.
All over the place, man.
Never good. Yeah, man, I'm all over the place. That ain't never good news.
I'm all over the place.
I'm on this.
But man, let's jump right in. What's NIU doing? I'm trying to. Once this quarter in. Oh, it was peak. Oh, that game's over with.
Oh, let's go. Coastal and came back and got that hoe.
Are they winning?
Yeah, 47-41.
Wow. So they stopped them and win the score. See, that's what I was trying to hurry up and jump on. How much time left?
5.5 minutes. NIU got the ball.
Oh, so they still got a chance to cover. So let's try to keep hope alive. But hey, man, we appreciate y'all tuning in. We're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about the very first game between the New England Patriots taking on the Indianapolis Colts. This game is going on primetime tomorrow night on my son's birthday. The New England Patriots are 9-4 on the year, 9-4 against the spread. One of the hottest teams in the league right now, definitely trending up. Taking on the Indianapolis Colts, 7-6, 8-5 against the spread. And I honestly think this is another hot team. They not as hot, but and you look at the record and be like, well, it's just,
who not hot?
But the Colts.
Patriots? Yeah, I think they're both hot. If you ask me.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You look at the record, people may think like, oh, the Colts record, but if you've been watching them, like they lost a lot of those games. They go 0-3. Because I was riding on them, but then I noticed like that offense. I'm like, first off, that's the offense he had when he went to the Super Bowl before he got hurt. You know what I'm saying? And that RPO game, he knows how to run it, and the weapons they got, and then running back getting like Taylor, just like, man, he like, yo, it's over. He is the best running back in the league this year, hands down. But these are 2 hot teams going at it tomorrow, Saturday night on prime time. Let's get to these injury reports. And for everybody that doesn't know, there are a lot of guys who are out COVID, and that's one of the reasons why the Browns and Raiders game got canceled. Some injuries that we need to talk about right now that may be sudden. Tackle For the New England Patriots, Kajusty, he is out for tomorrow's game with an illness. Running back Damon Harris, he is out tomorrow undisclosed. And defensive end Winovich, he is probable tomorrow. Matt Jones, they're saying something. He's going to play. Linebacker Perkins, he is out also. So definitely a lot of injuries for the New England Patriots. And as far as for the Indianapolis Colts, they've been dealing with injuries all year long. Woods, defensive tackle, he is out with a calf injury. The center, Kelly, he's quarantined. He's probable for tomorrow's game. Oreki, linebacker, he's dealing with an illness right now, so he is probable for tomorrow's game as well. The last time we saw the New England Patriots, Matt Jones only threw the ball 3 times, and they got the victory against Buffalo 14-10 back on December 6th, while the Indianapolis Colts' last victory was on the 5th of December when they took care of the Texans 31-0, blew them boys out. Let's get to these actual factuals real quick for these New England Patriots. They're 7-0 against the spread in the last 7 games this season. The overseas is 6 out of the last 9. They're also 7-0 straight up in the last 7 games. 5-1 against the spread in the last 6 games when playing against the Colts. 8-0 straight up in the last 8 games whenever they play against the Colts. And 6-0 straight up in the last 6 games when playing on the road. 16-3-1 against the spread in the last 20 games when playing on the road against the Colts. The last 5 games this season at 5-0 against the spread, 7-0 straight up in the last 7 games against an American Conference opponent. Actual factors for the New England Patriots. For the Indianapolis Colts, they're 7-3 against the spread in the last 10 games. The overs hit 5 out of the last 7. They're 4-1 straight up in the last 5 games. The overs also hit 8 out of the last 9 whenever playing against the Patriots. They're 3-7 against the spread in the last 10 games at home. 2-6 straight up in the last 8 games this season, and 5-1 straight up in the last 6 games when playing against the AFC conference opponent. So, Indianapolis Colts hosting the New England Patriots tomorrow night, prime time, Saturday night. Marley, what's the play?
It's the best game probably of the week, man. It's like you said, 2 of the hottest teams right now. Colts won 5 straight. 4 out of the last 5. The Pats won 5 their last 5 straight. The Colts only loss came to Tampa a couple of weeks ago at home. Tough game. I like the under 44.5. It's going to be a low scoring game. I think both teams are going to try to run the ball, play good defense. I also like, Coach, on the side, I'm taking the Colts on the money line, man. I've been riding with both of these teams, honestly, the last couple of weeks. My heart's kind of torn on who to go with, but I'm taking Wentz over Matt Jones, just taking the veteran over the rookie, taking the vet at home. The Colts have been playing great football. And at the end of the day, I think it's going to come down to which quarterback can make a play, like what it normally comes down to in a football game of this magnitude. Which quarterback cannot turn the ball over and make a play in the fourth quarter? And I'd rather put my faith and my money on Wentz at the end of the fourth quarter in Indy versus Matt Jones. He's only seen so much, and this is a really good Indianapolis defense. By the way, so it's not like he going up against some scrubs. The defense is holding opponents 21.8 points a game. Even Buffalo, held them to 15, held Jacksonville to 17. Let the Jets score 30. I think that was some fluky shit. That was like 5 weeks ago. And like you just said, they coming off the shutout win at Houston. I like the Colts, man. I'm going to take them on the money line here. I also like the under, though. Both official plays.
All right, Marley likes the Colts money line and the under as official play. Excuse me. I'm going with the Colts here with these sudden injuries that's going on with the Patriots right now. And I just like the way this Colts team is running the ball and playing defense. And like I said, the RPO game is working right now. It's clicking with first year Colt Carson Wentz. So the Patriots are due one. They are hot. They're on a nice little streak and they're undefeated. Undefeated on the road. I'm gonna go with the Colts -2.5. Now, before somebody gets on here and comment, I'm pretty sure I've seen the Patriots are undefeated on the road.
They are. They're 6-0.
Right. So
6-0 on the road. The Colts are 3-4 at home. Just if anybody thinks we didn't know that.
NIU just fumbled. Yeah. Because we were receiving some comments. So we appreciate you guys tuning in, but those are our official plays. Before we get to our next game, because all we're gonna do is cut this up. Ain't nobody watching. Coastal Carolina just fumbled.
Coastal Carolina just fumbled. NIU just fumbled.
NIU just fumbled. So Coastal got the ball.
4 minutes left. You think I try to score?
Yeah. Just depends on where they at. You got to see where the ball's at.
They crossed the 50. They like on the 40 going in.
Trying to see.
I think they're gonna try to score. It's enough time left. You can't try. They might try to run it out, but you don't want to just run it and put it. I guess they might take the field goal though. They'll put them up 9. Still 10.
But what we need is a touchdown.
We need a touchdown.
Oh, he just fumbled.
Yep,
but he fell on it. Man, hold up.
That shit crazy.
Boy, he fumbled. Yeah, that's a wrap. They gonna kick it. All right, let's jump into our next game. We got the Tennessee Titans taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Excuse me. The Titans are 9-4, 8-5 against the spread, while the Steelers are 6-6-1 on the year, 5-8 against the spread. This may very well be Big Ben's last game of the year. I mean, it's not of the year, excuse me, of the season. Last game, his last season, pretty much is what I'm trying to say. Injury reports right now for Tennessee. Southwold, he is out. That's just guard. Janoris Jenkins, he is out as well. Cunningham, linebacker, he's probable for this game. Safety, Crunchy Shank, he's dealing with an illness right now. He is probable. Long Jr., linebacker, he is out for this game as well. Murchison, defensive tackle, he's out. Hudson, tight end, he's probable. Defensive tackle Tart is out as well for this game, and running back Carter is out. So as we know, the Tennessee Titans have been dealing with a lot of injuries this year. On the Pittsburgh side of the ball, Hayden may be questionable for this game with a foot injury. Linebacker TJ Watt, he is probable for this game as well. Linebacker Spillane, he's probable. Bugs, defensive end, he's questionable. I'm guessing this is Alonzo Highsmith. He made the team, so he's probable as well. Last time we seen the Tennessee Titans, they won 20-0 against the Jacksonville Jaguars and probably added a little fuel to that fire that was going on down there and getting rid of Urban Meyer. While the Steelers lost a game that they could have won 36-28 against the Minnesota Vikings. Let's get to these actual factuals as McCall tries to scramble for a first down, and he is stopped. So it's 4th down for Coastal, giving the ball back to NIU with a chance. Tennessee Titans, actual factuals, they're 8-4 against the spread in the last 12 games. They are 7-2 straight up in the last 9 games this season. 6-2 against the spread in the last, 6-2 straight up in the last 8 games against the Pittsburgh Steelers. The total has gone over 7 out of the last 8 games on the road. 1-4 straight up in the last 5 games of playing on the road against the Steelers. 9-3 straight up in the last 12 games this season. 5-2 against the spread in the last 7 games when playing against an AFC conference opponent. Now let's get to these actual factuals real quick. For the Steelers, they're 4-8 against the spread in the last 12 games this season. The overs hit 4 out of the last 6 games. The overs also hit 12 out of the last 18 games when playing against the Titans. They're 4-0-1 in the last 5 games at home. 4-1 straight in the last 5 games when playing at home against Tennessee. 2-4 against the spread in the last 6 games this year. 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 games when playing against an AFC conference opponent. So, Marley, Steelers taking on the Tennessee Titans. What's your play?
It's gonna sound
What's
weird, man.
what's the play?
I was looking at LM comment. My bad. I think the play probably should be the Titans, but I'm actually on the Steelers, and it's gonna sound weird, because the Steelers haven't been really playing good football as of late. But I look at the quarterback play, and I still think is as hard as I be on Big Ben, thought he should have gave it up a couple years ago. He's, in my opinion, he's actually outplayed Tannehill. He's thrown for more yards, 3,066. Tannehill's at 2,965. He's thrown for more touchdowns, 19-14. He's thrown less interceptions, 13-7. So, and without Henry, the Titans' running game isn't the same as what it was. Pittsburgh doesn't have a running game. We already know what that is. So this is really, truly a pick'em game, in my opinion. And when you include the Titans' injuries. So Pittsburgh, as bad as they have played, they play great at home. They're 4-2-1 at home. So most of their losses have come on the road. I'm going to ride with the home crowd in the terrible towel in the Steelers. And I know one thing for sure. I like both of these coaches, but I know that Steelers team is not going to quit on Tomlin. I know they're going to play to the end. He won't allow them to quit. It's Big Ben's last hurrah. NFL give us a week every week where, you got to find that one underdog or that one team that's not supposed to win. It's two of those games every Sunday. I'm going to go with the Steelers on this
one. Marley likes the Steelers. He likes them Steelers. The terrible towel. Young team, man. After that whole little, what's Buddy's name? Twisting the towel around.
Oh, Claypool, the receiver
but Claypool, yes.
Yeah, I know.
How do you think that affected the locker
room? I think one, he young, so I think they go chalk it up to he's young. You heard Big Ben's out of it because last time he jumped into a receiver's business in the media was Antonio Brown, so he's staying out of it. That's a vet locker room. I think they're fine, bro.
That's what he said. He said that.
Yeah, he said that's the coaches. He said he I can't remember exactly what he said, but he was like he. It was almost as no comment, but he said something to the extent of like that's the coaches problem, or like that's the, you know what I'm saying? Like he out of it, and I'm pretty sure he out of it because
he that ain't got nothing to do with me,
right? I don't think it destroys that locker room because it's a veteran locker room. I think if anything, Claypool is gonna try to make up for it, but I just think it's a Mike Tomlin led team. It's a Steelers team. I don't think that shit go affect them. They still go play. I mean, I think the Titans, obviously the Titans have played better all this season. They're probably the better team. They're the more injuries going on the road. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, if we can just take the favorite every week, we'd all be rich.
Right. But you can't. You can't take the favorite every week. And right now, I'm going to take this fish. I'm going to take the Tennessee Titans. I think Julio Jones is going to have a great game. Let's get it, Titans. That's how I'm feeling because I like the Steelers, but I'm going to buck myself because when I buck myself, I make bread. So I'm going to take the Tennessee Titans with this low-hanging fruit, and we're going to make it happen. Hey, we appreciate you guys tuning in. Mikey Hover, you can drop your picks if you want to. Feel free. And let's get on to this next game. We got the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons are 6-7 and 6-7 against the spread on the year. And the 49ers are 7-6, 6-7 against the spread. They're another team that started off terribly, but have since picked things up. This line opened up in favor of, and I haven't even been reading the lines, but this line opened up in favor of San Francisco minus 7.5, and that movement has gone all the way up to 9.5. has gone up all the way to 9.5, and the total's at 45.5. So opened at 45.5, and right now it's at 46.5. Let's check out, see if there's any injuries that we should be worried about right now. I know Fowler Jr., he is questionable for the Falcons. Grant, the wide receiver, he's probable. And Ogunjobi, he is probable as well. For the 49ers, excuse me, Johnson, the cornerback, he's probable for this game. Of course, you know they've been dealing with injuries as well. Kittle is probable as well. Jones, questionable. Defensive tackle, he's questionable. Warner is probable. Now, defensive tackle Hurst, he is out for the game. Linebacker Greenlaw, he's out as well for this game. And linebacker Al Shahir, he is doubtful for this game as well. So that's quite some guys that may play a big role in the game. Carolina gave the Falcons their victory last week, 21 to 29, while the 49ers, they beat the Bengals 26 to 23. We'll get to these actual factuals real quick. For the Atlanta Falcons, they're undertake 4 out of the last 5 games. They're 6-2 straight in the last 18 games, 6-3 straight up in the last 9 games when playing against the 49ers, 5-1 against the spread in the last 6 games on the road, and 3-12 straight up in the last 15 games when playing on the road against the 49ers. San Francisco, they're 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 games this season, 4-1 straight up in the last 5 games. Overs hit 4 out of the last 5 games. Oh, big catch for NIU on 4th and 5 with a slant to the tight end. And they are moving the ball with 1 minute left, and I took them on the money line real quick. San Francisco, like I said, they're 2-8 straight up in the last 10 games at home, 12-3 straight up in the last 15 games when playing at home against the Falcons. 5-2 against the spread in the last 7 games this season. And the over has hit 4 out of the last 5 whenever the 49ers are going against an NFC conference opponent. So Atlanta traveling all the way to the West Coast to take on the 49ers. Marley, what's your play?
I'm on them 49ers. Normally I don't like big spread. Normally I do not like taking big spreads. However, 49ers, not the 49ers, excuse me, Atlanta Falcons are giving up 27 points a game while only averaging 18 points per game. They've lost 3 out of the last 5, with 2 of those wins, as Coach mentioned, coming against his Carolina Panthers. And then Jacksonville, we know what turmoil Jacksonville is. Other than that, Dallas 43-3, New England 25-0. Tampa Bay 30-17. Meanwhile, I'm going with coach's strategy on the teams that are trending upward, teams that are trending down. Although they suffered a loss not last week, the week before that against Seattle. Keep in mind, division game, special teams won that game. San Francisco has been one of the hottest teams in football, quietly one of the hottest teams in football, especially since Jimmy G has come back into the fold with things. Jimmy G has been playing quite well. 17 touchdowns with only 11 interceptions. Mitchell running the ball, and we always know Deebo Samuel. They are going to be physical. NIU to the 16. Okay, they go fuck around and score. Watch. 28 seconds left. So with that being said, though, I'm gonna take my chances with the big spread for -9. Defense has been playing good.
It's 9.5 right now.
I'm not taking it if it gets to 10, but I'll still take it.
All right.
To 10, I'm gonna stay.
I am with Mikey Hova. I'm gonna take these Falcons plus 9.5. I know them 49ers are trending upward, but I've been thinking they've been fraud all year. Just being real with you, I've been thinking they were fraud all year.
They've been hurt all year though.
I think Falcons have been hurt too, but
what?
But not.
I understand taking the points though. It's a lot of points, so I can't.
It's a lot of points towards the end of the year. Like what? Like come on, and actually the Falcons are actually playing pretty good. I mean, they just been sticking around. So I'm not saying they're going to win
against the Jags and against the
Patriots
Jags and
and
against
not
the
Patriots, Buccaneers.
Panthers.
What was the score when they played against the Bucks?
30-17.
It was
13-point
closer than
game.
that, bro. It was closer to that, and these 49ers ain't no Buccaneers, so they not no Buccaneers. I'm telling you, they not no Buccaneers. They have a hard time trying to score. And Kittles ain't healthy. I'm taking them I'm taking that 9.5. I don't know why
looked healthy last week to me.
I'm taking that 9.5 points with
Oh,
the
I feel you.
Falcons.
It's a lot of points, so
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they lose
understand that.
outright. If they win,
Oh,
if they win
that's
outright,
that's not going to happen at all. For sure. For sure. You just said that. I know it's all right. Let's move on.
So that is Marley. We were going against each other. Marley likes the 9.5 with the 49ers. I like the Falcons. So hey, we appreciate you guys tuning in. That is Marley Betts. I am the coach. And let's keep this thing moving. But before we do that,
4th-1.
Yeah, let's take a look at these overall records real quick. Marley's he's up there 65-59. I'm at 16-13.
Let's go. 2 seconds left.
Yeah. First and goal.
1st and goal. 2 seconds left. Out of 4. Call your best play, coach.
Oh, they gotta hurry up. They just gotta do it. They can't even snap it. I don't know if there's enough time for them to snap it. Oh wow!
What happened? Because I'm looking on. I'm not seeing it. I'm not watching it live.
Oh, they got. Oh wow! The ref. What am I doing? I'm watching in Spanish. Oh wow, that was some bullshit, boy.
What happened?
Wow.
And why he watching it in Spanish?
So either way, I don't know if it's going to be a satisfactory explanation for Northern Illinois. Heartbreak Hotel for the Huskies.
So you know how the clock stops.
Yeah.
They didn't hurry up to get set, and then he goes to shotgun instead of getting on the center and spiking it.
Is Grayson McCall, the two-time Sun Belt Player of the Year, 22
Unbelievable.
4 touchdown passes. What a ball game! So long from Orlando. Well, Friday night in the Fargo Dome in the FCS semifinal.
Wow, that's
with
crazy.
James Madison with
wow, that's crazy, my guy. That definitely was a good game. We got one more game to cover. Wow, that was dumb, man. All right, but I'm still sitting in a good spot. So let me see what I can muster up real quick. You want to lead? You want to lead this the primetime game, my guy? Nah, I got it, my G. I got it, my G. I'm just trying to make some money while we doing the show, man. Before I can't make no more money, my goddamn.
I got it, man.
Damn, I'm just trying to.
I got it.
No, I got it, bro. It's already pulled up. I'm just trying to press play real quick.
James Madison. What is Mikey talking about? Throw the ball into the end zone. Dumb play call. Yeah. Speaking of, let me see what these NBA scores are looking like. Check my little shit. Spurs take off. Do what you're supposed to do. Warriors.
Man, I'm trying to.
I mean, Jazz.
That's crazy, man. That is crazy how that game ended. I'm like, okay, you got one more play. Like, why would the quarterback do that?
Pressure. Pressure is why.
They just scored. I might take Mary Hardin Bailey for them to score another touchdown. Oh, we already got it up. Damn.
I didn't do nothing. You did that.
I know I did that. Because now I'm gonna be messed up whenever I cut these up. But let's jump right into our last game. We talking about Monday Night Football on ESPN now. Between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears, the Vikings are 6-7 on the year, 7-6 against the spread, while the Bears are 4-9 on the year and 4-9 against the spread. This line opened up in favor of the Vikings -4, and since then it has jumped up a whole half and a point, 2.5 points. Because a couple of books got it up a point and a half, but as of right now, as a consensus, it's at -6.5. The total, though, opened up at 44.5 right now. It's at 43.5 right now. It's at 44.5. Get to these injury reports, see if there's anybody seriously out. Thielen, he is questionable for this game. Linebacker Lynch, he's questionable as well. Darisaw, the tackle, he's questionable also. For the Bears, Peters, the tackle, he is questionable. Andy Dalton is out with COVID-19. Hicks, the defensive tackle, he's questionable as well. Give me 1 second. He's questionable as well. Grant, the wide receiver, he's questionable. Smith, the linebacker, is questionable. The center, Daniels, is questionable. David Montgomery is probable. And Crawford, he is questionable from at the cornerback position with the concussion. Kmet, the tight end, he is questionable. Justin Fields is questionable with a hand. Jenkins, the tackle's questionable as well, and running back Herbert. So a lot of these guys for the Bears are pretty banged up, man, and I'm pretty sure they're ready to pack it in. Get to these actual factuals for the Vikings. They're 4-2 against the spread in the last 6 games this year. The overs hit 5 out of the last 6. They're 2-6 against the spread in the last 8 games against Chicago. 1-5 straight up in the last 6 games against Chicago. The total has gone over 8 out of the last 9 games on the road. The unders hit 6 out of the last 7 when playing on the road against the Bears. And they're 4-10 against the spread in the last 14 games when playing against an NFC conference opponent. Now, the actual factuals for the Bears. They're 1-7 against the spread in the last 8 games. The unders hit 8 out of the last 12. They're 1-7 straight up in the last 8 games. The unders also hit 13 out of the last 19 when playing against the Vikings. 1-4 against the spread in the last 5 games at home. And the unders also hit 6 out of the last 7 games when playing at home against the Vikings. 1-5 straight up in the last 6 games against an NFC conference opponent, and just 1-4 against the spread in the last 5 games this season. So the Bears, Vikings, Monday Night Football. Marley, what's the play? What's the play, Marley? What's the play?
I'm taking the over 44.5. I can't take a side here. I don't trust Kirk Cousins with 6 points. I think the Vikings win the game. They still got playoff wild card implications on the line. They still fighting for their playoff life. So I think they win the game. But trusting Kirk Cousins -6 points, I can't. I can't do it. So I'll take the over. Vikings first half is probably a good play because they tend to give it up at the end. You know, Cousins tend to do what Cousins does in the fourth quarter. So I'm gonna take the over 44.5 here. I think that's the safest play. I think that's a good bet. But as far as taking the side, I can't do it, man. I like the Bears. Yeah, I if anything, I would take the Bears plus the 6. I can't trust Cousins with a touchdown spread on the road. No, Monday Night Football prime time game. Kirk Cousins, fuck, not me. Even if it hits, I still think it's a bad bet to take the Vikings -6. So, but the only thing that's keeping me off the Bears is I don't know if obviously Dalton is out because he has COVID. Fields is banged up. So if Fields was healthy, I'm all over Bears +6. But with his hand being hurt, is it his throwing hand? Is it his right hand? That's the thing that I'm not sure about. So I like the over here though, just because they both give up 25 points a game. That's 50 if they both give that up. But I just don't trust Kirk Cousins. I think he'll give the Bears. He might give a pick 6 to Monday night. I just don't trust Cousins.
Yeah. Okay. I think I like them Vikings, man.
Minus the 6 though.
6.5. Give me a touchdown. Bears got problems. The
Yeah,
Bears.
but I think the Vikings, like I said, the Bears don't got nothing to play for. The Vikings still got playoff aspirations, playoff hopes on the line.
Exactly.
But
It's
shit,
a it's a cl-
a
it's a
touchdown
close
on the
it's a
road,
close little
division
game.
game.
Now the only thing that scares me, touchdown rivalry game on the road, prime time. That's what scares me. The prime
Yes.
time factor. But I
Oh
think
my
these Vikings understand what it is. The Bears got a lot of injuries, and there's just inexperience. I mean, they when you have a game like that against the Packers and then back down against another team who's fighting to get in the playoffs, But again, prime time, and them prime time games be janky, boy. They
I would
be
take the
janky.
6. I'm off the side, but I lean toward the 6.5. I just don't trust Kirk Cousins. The Bears are clearly the better team and more talented team. Jeffries, Cooks. I mean, he got all the weapons. It's just that fucking Cousins, dog. Fuck, I can't trust that nigga -6.
I know he has a terrible record in prime time and on Monday
And
night.
his
but
Monday night record is terrible.
oh
Fuck, I
yeah.
can't trust. Like I said, I think they probably pull it out. I don't know if
Mhm.
they cover. I mean, I don't know. That's why I say I couldn't take a side. I lean Bears, dog. If that hoe get to 7 by Monday, 7.5, I'm probably gonna take the Bears for sure.
All right. Well, those are our official plays for this game. Oh, but you say you like the under though, right? You're not
No,
taking the
I'm
side.
actually on the over.
Over. Okay.
Yeah, because I figure two things that happen. It'll be a blowout, and we're talking like 31-17 ish. Or
Yeah.
we get a close game, 20, 27, 24. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Even 21-24 gets me over.
Yeah.
So
All right.
I think one of those two possibilities.
Well, we appreciate you guys tuning in and watching. Just kind of go over our plays. I like the Colts -2.5. I like the Titans money line, the Falcons +9.5, and I'm going to take these Vikings primetime football -6.5. Marley, he likes the Colts money line and the Patriots Colts under 44.5. He likes the Steelers money line. He likes the 49ers -9.5 points, and he likes the Vikings Bears going over 44.5. So we appreciate everybody tuning in. We are just on kind of chill mode. The end of the week, holidays coming up. My son's birthday, getting ready for his party. Bowl games have already jumped off. We are in FCS quarter playoffs, and we hit a touchdown. Mary Harder Baylor live bet Mikey Hova. Mary Baylor -19.5. Hopefully they can play some defense. If they do, that is a $500 come up in live betting. And I also won $250 in the third quarter. Let's go, Mary Harder. We're talking about a Texas team full of athletes and speed and attitude taking on, I don't even know where North Central is, but it looks cold and it looks like it's up north and it looks like they have no fan base. So hopefully, maybe I get along. hopefully, they can finish. And then I'm going to that James Madison game. And I'm about to live that thing out, freak that thing out. You feel me? But other than that, Marty, how's everything, man? I know it's a slow night. I know I'm moving slow. I'm all over the place, but I'm
You
trying to make
good?
that money.
You good,
Trying to
man?
make
I'm
that
on this NBA,
monies.
so I'm good. Jazz doing what they need to do. So
I wanted to jump on Mikey Hova's. What's his boys? Who he said he loved the other night? He's like, I love them.
I don't even
Who
know.
the Warriors.
Oh yeah, they good.
He like,
Well,
yeah,
there's
I
2 minutes
love
left. They up
Warriors.
7.
I was gonna jump on that, man. Then I ended up taking. I was gonna jump on that, but then I ended up taking what's that team name? Oh yeah, you gonna laugh. I ended up taking. Damn, who was that?
Basketball.
Memphis women's basketball against Howard, and Howard came out hooping. Howard came out hooping, dog. So then I backed though later, right before that game was about to go on, and I'm like, 2 football games. I'm like, why am I doing this? But it's because the quarters go by so quick. I jump on a quarter bet. Oklahoma State against UT Arlington women's. Dog, UT Arlington women's came out hooping. And both of these bets happened in the second quarter, bro. And I'm like, come on, dog. Like, y'all big time. Y'all D1 and y'all letting these schools that don't even got football squads
Came out
beat
getting on your
y'all.
ass.
UT Arlington. Oh, well, Howard got a football team.
I'm
But
on the
come
Jazz,
on,
dog. Jazz -11.
UT girls, exactly, Hova. Girls hoops. Them hoes be struggling to do
They need to
layups.
lower the goals. If they
They be
just lower
struggling
the
to do
goals,
to hit layups, but they can shoot the shit out of some free throws and threes.
they need
And
to
they
lower
don't.
the goal to
And,
about 9 foot, 8 and a
and they
half,
don't.
9 foot,
Yeah, they need to get the dunking.
and
They need
legit,
to
so
let them
every
dunk.
girl can dunk. Then it'll be live.
Let them hoes dunk.
Then it'll be live. Hoes start
That
getting
need to
shook and
be
dunked on.
that need to be
Then
a
we'll have
shirt.
some going.
Let them hoes dunk.
Yeah. Drop that hoe to about 9 feet.
Put the WNBA logo right
Let them
here.
hoes
And say,
dunk.
let them hoes dunk.
Hoes start getting crossed and then dunked on. We'll watch that shit.
For real.
For real.
Shaq said it. Then Candace Parker was, them women.
Because Candace
But
Parker can
then
dunk. Everybody ain't
so
Candace
so
Parker. But if
everybody
we
be
start
like,
watching, I'm telling you, bro, if we can start watching point guards and guards shake this bitch, come down the hole and windmill or dip. You know what I'm saying? Breakaway yam on this hoe. We'll watch that shit. The
what's your
problem is
favorite?
don't nobody like to watch fundamental basketball. It's like watching the Spurs. If every team play like the Spurs, the NBA ratings would go down.
Ooh, 5-point game. 34
Lakers and Eagles,
seconds.
man. I took the Lakers money line because Anthony Edwards not playing, but
Oh, that smell like some fish. That line.
Anthony
Oh,
Edwards
Westbrook.
and
Westbrook
Westbrook
out
got
too, huh?
Westbrook out. So
What?
it's like shit.
That's probably
LeBron, you can't beat fucking Timberwolves with no Anthony Edwards. It's just like shit, it's you and Cat. You against Cat. You got Anthony Davis soft ass. That's the problem, bro. Don't get me started.
So what you saying is I should put 800
I'm
on
not
these
saying
Lakers.
nothing like that. I didn't say
You
that.
mean to tell me AD can't deal with Cat?
He should be able to. LeBron's still there.
And
How about
Carmelo
the
gonna
start?
hit at least three. Carmelo can hit at least 3 threes. I'm gonna have to catch it in live betting, but they probably gonna take off. They probably gonna play better without Westbrook, to be honest with you.
Nah, they've been playing better with nah.
Oh, fumble. Oh, big boy with the ball. Let's go.
Slow down. The boy say, "Whoa, my nigga, slow down. Keep dry."
Are the Lakers on the back-to-back? Oh boy, let's win this bet, baby.
Nope, they're not.
Oh, I need this bet.
Lakers just ain't been playing good.
I need this bet.
Well, they won. They won.
Oh, he crying. Season over, my guy.
But
big boy crying, dog.
I got an 11-point lead. Them boys up 14 though.
niggas be.
I should have took
that
that first
football.
half, dog.
People don't know football is a very emotional sport.
Yeah. If you ain't
Very
playing,
emotional. As a
no matter
player, as a
all
player, as a coach, as an owner, as a trainer, this
Yeah.
dude is boo-hoo.
I lose my little league game. I be fucked up. They not showing them no more. They showing niggas running.
Niggas is running. They happy.
Like I lose my little league game, I be fucked up for a couple of days. My girl already know, especially that day after, I be fucked up. Like,
this was a rough season with high school for us. We didn't win a single game.
Jeez.
Not a single game, bro. And maybe one was close.
Yeah.
We talking about blowouts. We talking about second half the JV players getting in against our starters. I mean, we didn't have a quarterback, man. We didn't have a quarterback, bro. We had a basketball player who played baseball, so we thought he had an arm. Never played football before as our quarterback.
On varsity. Starting.
Had to.
Dang. Best option.
And then after that, we went to our best player running Wildcat. You can only do so much. You remember when the Wildcat first came out? Ooh,
Miami.
Cat. No.
Yeah,
You're
Miami.
wrong, my guy.
Dolphins.
Well, that's NFL. That's NFL, but no, it originated with Arkansas, my guy.
Well, yeah, I'm talking about NFL.
Yeah, when Ronnie Brown ran it, but I'm talking about Arkansas was running that hoe. Darren McFadden.
Yeah.
Felix Jones. And they had Peyton Hillis. And who was the quarterback? Matt I want to say not Matt Jones, but it was something like a big, tall white boy that got drafted to the Jaguars.
That's
Receiver.
Matt Jones.
So
that's definitely Matt Jones. Everything you described is Matt Jones.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I thought his name was Matt Jones.
Everything you just described is Matt Jones. Tall white boy playing quarterback.
Is Mikey Hover still in here? They got.
Bro, I gotta go. Dog.
All right, bro. Well, hey, we appreciate everybody tuning in. That is Marley. I do hear shit going on.
Yeah, it's shit. It's ruckus going on in my house.
All right, bro. You want to hit us with a catchphrase, and we'll see you guys next week.
Hey, see you guys Monday for the college breakdown. We're gonna have our research together. Bitch ass nigga.
Oh, shit.
Hey, man. As always, man, y'all know what it is. This is Brothers and Best. That is the coach. I am Marley Best. And as always, man, let's beat Vegas. And we out this motherfucker.
Check it out. Look, we from the bottom, ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't worry, we gon' be okay.